My name is Associate Professor Stuart von Itzstein. I'm the Dean of Science, Technology and Mathematics within the unit of STEM at UniSA. You know, when I did IT, there was a stereotype that all IT people were these sort of nerdy people that write code and hide in the back room. But IT has spread out so far now that you've got people who are very business orientated people, or very engineering orientated people, or very creative people who are doing things in IT. The aim of the IT degrees at UniSA, it is job-ready graduates. We have a policy here in the IT area, because IT is moving so fast, that we rebuild all our programs every 5 years. One of the biggest influences on the design is what industry wants. So they come in and advise us on the content of courses, what technologies they see being needed in the future, what they need right now as well, to make sure that it's the most up-to-date, most relevant possible. So we have a Bachelor of IT, which is a 3-year program, and we have specialisations in that around software development, networking and cybersecurity, mobile application development, and games and entertainment. We also have a 4-year software engineering honours degree, which specialises in the software engineering area. So with a lot of our students working, we have a support for online learning through UniSA Online for all our programs. They also can do part-time. Big key features are the common first year, so that students have time to actually figure out what their strengths and their passion is. So you do a bit of everything in the first year to make you a well-rounded IT professional, and then you specialise in second and third year, and sometimes fourth year if you're doing the software engineering program. Second big feature, I think, is our studio classes, where the students every semester for the first 2 years will actually go into a studio class, work in a team to solve real-world problems. And the third one is the integration with work integrated learning, where there's possibilities of doing internships. We have certifications in some of our programs, so you can learn to be a Cisco certified network professional. You can learn VMware and actually get certified if you like. And we also have the internships where you get placements, and also capstone project, which all students do. Any area has technology involved in it, and that technology almost always has some software involved to make it work. IT tends to be this common denominator across every industry, and you could be writing software. If you're a software developer, you could be talking to the customer and figuring out what the requirements are. You could be writing the interface that the person interacts with. You could be in any industry that you wanted, because it's such a common denominator across everything. It's actually, I think, the best time I can remember for opportunities in IT at the moment. Salaries are rising ridiculously fast. The demand from enterprise for IT technical students and IT business students is just so high that they're knocking on our doors trying to find graduates even before they finish at the university. Where this is going, I think probably the big main areas would be data science. Clearly is come through. Cybersecurity, because we just have so many threats now in the world that we need to protect our corporate assets from. We also have a number of areas around software engineering. The growth rate for software engineering is huge. Some areas of software development have to be done in Australia, so that there's a real big growth area around that sort of proprietary software development as well. I saw some stats the other day that if all the universities double the output of graduates in IT, we still wouldn't have enough. We're engaged with industry from the get-go. We have a whole bunch of touch points where industry people come in. We have studio classes where the students simulate working in an enterprise on projects. We also have a final year ICT capstone project where most of the students will work with some industry sponsor on a real product or an item that the company needs. And then laid over the top of that, we have a work integrated learning course where the students can go do a short work experience somewhere in industry that goes onto their CV, which makes them more hireable. Finally, a number of our students also sign up for an internship where they go work for a company for an amount of time, sometimes 6 months. We have a whole bunch of internships. We get new ones all the time around all the big companies are actually vying to get our students to go work for them in internships. Postgraduate studies, so if you're doing a 3-year degree, you can do an additional year, which is an honours year, which gives you an honours degree. We also have master's programs, so we have masters in information systems. We also have a PhD program, which means that you can spend 3 years doing some research with a researcher, and then you get called doctor, of course. So that's the sort of endpoint. This is a fantastic place to study and work. There are so many opportunities to interact with great researchers, so many interactions with industry. There's so many ways of extending your knowledge and actually getting a really great foot in the door for a career. Now, I can say that because we're the University of Enterprise, but I believe it because I studied my undergrad at this university. There's a lot of students studying a lot of variations of IT, so it's a really great place to network. We have the biggest virtual reality research team in the Southern Hemisphere, so if you're into sort of the graphics and the games stuff, this is the place to go. The technology you'll be using in the future is actually being created here. We also have a lot of certifications which students can do as part of their degrees. That's probably the big one, is that connection with industry and making you ready to hit the road running when you graduate. If you have any questions about IT at UniSA, please contact us. We'd be happy to get back to you, and I hope to see you on campus soon.